Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. We started this series for teaching how to draw in perspective. This is part 4. In this part, we are going to draw few examples in 2-point perspective. Shortly, I want to review what we did in the previous parts. In the first part, we talked about the meaning of the perspective, the vanishing points, how we can draw, how we can use the vanishing points, how we can add them for different direction, and surely you have to watch that part. And in the second part, we try to draw some examples in 1-point perspective, is exterior, and in the third part we had 2 interior perspective, again 1-point perspective. And now we want to continue with a few simple exterior 2-point perspective. Again, I want to switch on SketchUp and draw simple cube, and we want to review how we can change our angle, and then we will come back here to draw few cubes. Okay, here in the SketchUp, I made a cube and I want to check the size. Check the vanishing point and the possibilities actually. Here, one thing is so important. Field of view is 17. We talked about it before. Our eyes is something similar to 35, but when you're using camera, it's something similar to 50 or more. The wide is depends on your camera. I'm using 17. Now we can see the vanishing point. If you zoom in or zoom out, you can see the place of the vanishing points are same. If you go close, just it looks like it's exaggerated. It's not real. You with your eyes you can see cubes like this. Mostly one of the vanishing points will be out of your frame. It's more realistic, like 50, like something like this. One is so close, the other one is out of the frame. Try to keep it like far enough, like this. If you use this one, for example 80, let's see, it doesn't look good if you keep the vanishing points close to your shape. And as you can see, this is could be like a square, and if I stay somewhere here, I barely can see this face, and if I see in front of this one, I have same situation the other side. So you can choose your angle with changing the place of the vanishing points, and you can go lower or upper. It depends on what you need. But something like this, an angle like this, it's very hard to use because it's so symmetry and both sides are same, and sometimes it's became complicated or hard to understanding what's happening there. But something like this, it's much more easier for understanding. So try to keep one of the points closer and one farther. It doesn't matter you're looking from this height or from this side. Okay, I'm going back to Photoshop, and I will try to draw some cubes on a 2-point perspective. I have to start with drawing a horizontal line first. Just how we can choose the place of the horizon. Let me draw a line. A short example. If I want to draw with normal height views, I can start with a line. The horizon, the place of the horizon could be the bottom of your frame. Like this. From this corner, my first line, 2 lines are going into this point, but we are drawing just this part, and we are connecting this point into the other vanishing point, and this is what we need. Even you don't need to make it darker because you want to change the cube, so keep it so light. Just I'm drawing to show the cube, and then we don't need to keep this part of the horizontal line behind the cube. So this is the right what we need. But if you want to draw something on bird view, you have to start with a line somewhere here on the top. And your main line, your first line could be somewhere here. As I said, your line must be close to one of your points, like then you have to connect this point to both of the vanishing points. For example, if it's a square, this side must be bigger than this side. Again, you need to connect these 2 points to the other vanishing point, and these two to the opposite side. This connection, this joint at the back, is showing that we can see it. It's behind there. It's inside the cube. So this is the main cube for starting a perspective with higher eye level, like bird view, and the previous one was suitable for starting with a normal height eye view, like we standing in front of a building. Okay, for the first example, I want to draw few cubes and make a combination between them, like for example the thickness of this one from this side could be this much. And we don't need these anymore. I can erase it later, just I want to show the result right now. The other one could be, I can start with a line here. And for example, the end of this is behind this cube and we can see it, but I want to show it right now. It's somewhere, for example, here. Again, I have to connect these 2 points to the opposite vanishing point. We don't need to touch this one because we can see it, it's inside the cube. And we have to do same thing for this one. So I have to pick it to do this. It's important for finding that corner. Okay, let's draw another one. The other one could be here. And again, I have to connect the up and down of that line to the vanishing point. The end could be somewhere here. And I connect it and I find that it's finished here. And I want to have it after that point. I mean, it's a base for under this cube. So I have to choose somewhere like that. And yes, right now it's better. And you can pick somewhere. If you have a problem with drawing straight lines, you can draw a bit shaky line. It's helping you. Let me show it here. I want to connect this point into this point, and it's hard to do that. First, I'm picking a point in the middle that thinking it must be on that line, maybe one more, and then slowly, if I try to do it so fast, maybe I make a mistake or I can draw a curve instead. But if I use a shaky line like this, it's so easy to connect this point. So shaky line like this, it's a solution for drawing straight lines, and it's looking good. Okay, I can add more. This time, maybe one here, in line, and I have to connect. I don't, for example, lower point is behind this, and the end is somewhere here. We can see the lower line, just we need to draw this one, and the end is somewhere here. Again, you can erase the unnecessary lines. You can erase all of this. Normally I'm drawing all of these lines so soft and I don't need to erase them. Just here I want to, for better understanding, I'm doing this, but it's not a normal way. Imagine this is the upper surface. I can move this point upside. For example, here, this much. I move this point up. And I can connect that point to this corner. So this is a tilted line. Can connect that point to vanishing point like this. From this point I can draw a line parallel with this, parallel with that tilted face. That's enough. And I can repeat that line. Also on this side. Do it slowly. Again, shaky lines sometimes can help you. You can see some of them are quite straight, some of them are shaky, and it's good. Just something about hatch I want to say it right now. If you have a rectangle like this and you want to hatch on it, or any faces, just this kind of hatch is not right. This is mistake. You have to draw completely. You can have some parts outer than the border, but not inner. This is better. And also don't, this is also working, but sometimes it's hard for you. If you want to use, for all of this hatch I use up to down for all the line, but here I use like a zigzag. If you want to use zigzag, make it like this. Use it with very high density. And it's better for this kind of hatch. This hatch, it's better to be parallel with one of the sides. Okay, we can keep it there. And okay, this could be your first practice. One more thing, we don't need to keep this vanishing point. As you can see, if you erase it, it's better, but both of them, we don't need to keep them. Without them, it looks better. And instead, what you can draw is a landscape in the back, like few lines for showing hills or mountain, and I can make darker with some hatch or color or anything. And just add some small lines for showing trees, very small trees, like this is, and I'm drawing this tree at the back, but so small, maybe 2 millimeter or 5 millimeter. Or maybe one, just some points. Just repeat those small lines. To show some trees. Some of them could be closer and bigger. Like this. Maybe 2. First I'm drawing this, then I'm adding some details around it. So first it's a rectangle, you're doing this, then up and down could be darker, then you will add some lines with different length on the sides, and you can do it also a bit inside. And maybe small trunk there. This is one method. For example, these are also showing trees in the background. Some dots in the middle. And for the grass, try this lines like this, and with different angle, maybe upper, one line upper, one line lower. Repeat this for several times. You can use sometimes zigzag, sometimes one up to down, up to down, up to down. In some lines could be tighter. Use different angle. Use different angle. And just repeat it. As you're going lower, the height of the line became bigger. And when you're going back, it became smaller and darker. Some of them in the front could be even higher. Okay, I can add some here. Just, we are not drawing, we are not using vanishing points for drawing the grass. All of them are following the horizontal line. For the water and grass, we are using just horizontal lines and vertical lines. let's use a trick in Photoshop. I can draw this in another layer, another empty layer. And how I can use this, you can go to here and hold Ctrl and click. Now I selected the content of this layer. Then I can go to edit and define brush preset, and this is could be, it's showing as a brush what I selected. You can see grass 02, and now I can use it as a brush easily. You can make it smaller to cover here, maybe here, maybe it be here, one here, and you can have this brush. I will upload it for the members. It's available for the members. You have several brushes like this for the trees, for the people, for the grasses, like this. Just change the size and use it. Okay, we can continue with another example. Maybe a bit complicated. I want to teach some drawing some curvy surfaces. Next one could be a bird view from top. So I'm drawing the horizon on the top, and look, this time for the bird view it's easier if you start with a plan, not with a cube. Imagine this is a place you can draw anything in it. But imagine you're going to give height to this side, to down. So this is looking a bit low. It's better to picking the corner somewhere here. So if you have height like this, it's looking better. So again, then we can have a grid. And you can draw whatever you want. For example, here you can draw some arcs like this. Let me make another layer, and this is going to be in the background. So for the arc we need 3 points. 2 for the start. This is a bit bigger than this one, and for this line I used vanishing point, and we said you need to draw this small line here and 2 small here, and then connect them. Here maybe we can have a rectangle like this. So you can start with outline of your plan like this. You can draw it slowly with your vanishing point and on a flat surface. Then you can add height like this. For example, this much could be enough, and then I will again use these lines. So also this is fine. I have to go back and find the height here for this point, but we don't need to show it at the end, and this is became here. If I continue this line for the curve, I can have these two, and I guess if I somewhere here it's looking fine. I can continue this point with vanishing point out, and this junction, it shows the right point. And what we need is one line like this, and you can connect. These points must be above each other. And you can draw more line there. Again, I can do that again. The other point is much easier. And slowly you can close the background or erase it. We don't need these lines anymore. Just I can continue this on the roof. Can give a bit height to that part. We can divide this, and we can have another material there like grass or gravel or something, or just I'm trying to add few details. And then you need to draw some lines on the ground. You can design the landscape, and it must be with vanishing point like this. Just I'm drawing some random lines No, it's not important. Maybe a bit bigger for this curve and some lines there. But where's the sky? Sometimes I saw some students are drawing sky between this shape, but actually the sky is above the horizon, so we can see it. Maybe what we can see is some trees behind our building. Okay, let's try another type of tree quickly. Or maybe we can show some other cubes again with same vanishing point. Taller or smaller, and as we are going further we can draw them smaller. And over there we have a horizon, maybe some small home, some trees, and some small mountain. Actually those are big, just it's far. It's better if I close the vanishing, and I said you don't need them. This much for the background is quite enough. Even we use, for some of you don't need to draw them. For example, after these trees you can leave it like this. We can add some hatches in one side, up, down, or zigzag. You can use a thinner pen, it's really helpful. And you can erase the unnecessary lines like this. Okay, I don't want to make it complicated, so I'm leaving this with this much detail. And we made a grass, even from this angle it's same. But just smaller. Just you need to raise the unnecessary part, unwanted part. Also, we have some trees in the libraries. You can use them. Also, you can use them. You can find it. There is a folder. I made it for the members, and you can find those files in there. Actually, you can find the videos of this in the channel, and we have a playlist especially for drawing trees, but we will publish more tutorials for drawing trees. These are open PSD. You can choose a layer and use drag drop and put it on your sketch. If you need it between the building, you can put it there and just erase the unwanted parts. So you can make a copy, flip it and use it there. Maybe you can rotate it. Again, erase the part you don't need it. I will make another video. We have a video for making the brushes in Photoshop, but I will make one more to showing it in better. Okay, it's a simple bird view. We will make it more complicated in the other parts, not now. For now, this is enough. Thank you for staying with us. It's really helpful if you subscribe and like and leave comments. Thank you so much. Take care. See you soon. Bye bye.